Hey everyone, Brian here, Hodges1455, coming at you with another video. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a video response for Hammer44. If you haven't already checked his channel out, please go do so. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. But he just put out a recent video not too long ago, which was absolutely awesome, just sharing some cards in his collection and why they meant so much to him, why he was drawn to them, or why they appealed to him. And he touched on some great different factors like creativity, the artistic qualities, design, layout, how they're a piece of art, just the different colors and imagery used, as well as the aesthetics of the card and the provenance. So basically the story behind the card, whether it's the first cards that we acquired in our collection as a kid, or just any type of story related to it, to each individual card, the resonance of the card, so a player, a moment, a memory that you may tie to the card, and just the artistic qualities, history, and personal significance those cards have in your collection. So it was a great video. Once again, leave a link to his channel in the description below. Please go check it out. You will not be disappointed. But I'm going to start with first sharing a card I've never shared on my channel, and that is a childhood card of mine. This Mike Matheny card. This is my first and only TTM. It was an accidental TTM as a kid. I sent Mike Matheny a letter between the 3rd and 4th grade, and he was kind enough to send me my letter back with a little note on there saying thank you for the thoughtful note, and just sharing the memory of how Mike Matheny meant to me. I went to a Indians Brewers game, and I would always wear the opposing garb to get autographs as a kid, whether it was the Twins or the Brewers or whoever. And the Brewers were actually one of the teams I team collected at the time. And so I had a nice jersey on, and he got done warming up Jeff D'Amica, which was the ace of the Brewers at the time, and walked over to me and held out his catcher's glove and said, "That's for wearing the right uniform," and handed me the ball. And I just had to write him a letter thanking him, and he sent me the letter back with that little note on there, and included this card that he autographed with John 316 on there. Just really neat. Just thrilled to have this in my collection. Just an awesome childhood memory. I just was thrilled when I got that in the mail as a little kid, and that he returned my letter to me. And I can't share, unfortunately, the letter because it's got a bunch of personal information like return address and all that kind of stuff on there. But I did ask him a couple questions. I remember the one was what his favorite team was when he was a kid, but he didn't answer anything. He just wrote thanks for the kind note and returned the letter to me. So, but it was still really thoughtful, and I've always really appreciated that in my collection. And I'm just gonna show a bunch of cards here before this video gets crazy long. I always loved cards like this with the trophy on there. Just always thought these were cool. So I have some different examples there: 68, 67, there's a 69, and a 70. And here's a 71, Thurman Munson. It's one of my favorite all-time cards. And here is a Gil Hodges. As you might be able to piece together if you haven't learned this from my channel already, he is my channel namesake, Hodges1455. Hodges being the name there, and then the number 14 was the number he wore, and 55 represents the year he won the World Series for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Just overall appeal of this card. Frank Robinson, looking so young there. Just a great looking card. Love the pennant. This one has a special meaning to me. This is my first ever Playing Days Ted Williams card, and still my only one. Absolutely love this card. Just so thrilled to have a copy of a Ted Williams card in the collection. And this Michael Jordan has a special meaning to me as well. If you haven't already checked it out, I'm not going to rehash it, but episode 250 if you want to learn about why this card is so special to me. It's tied to a friend. So there's another Michael Jordan here. Baseball card. Electric Diamond. This has a special meaning to me because I pack pulled one of these when I was a kid in my local card shop, and I remember him on the spot asking if he could buy it for me for $150, and I was just floored, and I just held on to the card. I didn't want to sell it because I was a true collector. I just love this card. I was so thrilled to have it, and I don't regret that at all. Roy Halladay, rookie card there. One of the two pitchers that I began player watching when I first got my MLB package, him and King Felix. I made sure I knew when each of those starters were pitching, and I tried to watch every single start I could. Just love both those guys. And we got a Move On rookie. Topps traded Tiffany. Absolutely love this. Memory tied to this is my first playoff game I ever got to go see. The Cleveland Indians play the Boston Red Sox, and memories ever etched in my mind watching Big Move On trot out to the field. Just couldn't get over the size of him, and we'll never forget that memory, just watching him trot out and just being so much bigger than the other guys out there. Next card here is an 89 Topps John Smoltz. And this card represents a lot to me because 89 Topps was the first set of cards I collected as a kid. I remember my mom giving me a quarter when she would go garage sailing to keep me behaved. And I found a shoebox full of 89 Topps cards, and I got 25 baseball cards, the first cards I ever got at a garage sale. And I was over the moon. I didn't know who any of them were at the time, but I'll just always remember that memory, and that started my collection off. There's another 89. This is an 89 Tiffany. I get to relive picking some of these up in the Tiffany form now, which is really fun. Here's another card. I just love the view of this. Mickey Vernon's got an angelic glow in this 52 Topps card, and I love this card so much. I actually picked up the archives card of him that they designed to match the original 52 Topps. This is the autographed replica version. Just really cool. Love that card. Here's a 72 Laughlin. Great feats of Max Carey. One of my favorite cards in my collection. Max Carey, a Hall of Famer. And I just don't see his autographs very much. These are blank backs. But just so thrilled to have a Max Carey autograph in the collection. Move these out of the way here. And next I have some Bob Grimm's. Sometimes I just love the history of the game. And Bob Grimm here, this is the first card I picked up of him. This is the autograph 56. And on the back here, just really cool. You can see where he was the first Yankee freshman in 44 years to win 20 games. And he still holds that record. No Yankee freshman has yet to match that. Just really neat. Love the history behind Bob Grimm. So much so that I went out and picked up a nicer copy. It's really sharp looking gray back here, 56. Then I went up and picked up the white back to go with it. Just awesome card. Love the delivery. Just 56 Topps. It's just so great. And then the white back, you can tell, just really pops on this one versus the gray back. So I love to have both examples. And of course, Bob Friend, a rookie card. It's 55. Really love the 55 set. And then to go along with that, the 55 Bowman. Autograph copy here, just a fun card. Nice Bob Grimm rookie card. Really neat. And to stick with the 56 set here, Duke Snider. This is the white back. Just love these cards. I also have the 56 Topps autograph copy of Duke Snider. This is one of my favorite cards in my whole collection. There's only 2 graded, 5 or higher. They're both 5s. It's one of the 2 nicest copies that I know of that's out there. And this exhibits card. This has got the C on the cap, Mini Minoso. Just really fun. Love the oversized cards. And next we have some cards from another country. These ones are Venezuelans. Got a 62 here, Harvey Haddix. And he has a great story behind him too. Encourage you to Wikipedia it and check it out. It's got an additional story because the kid who owned it initialed it, as to the history of the card. And love how you have dual languages on it. Really cool. Love that about the 62s. And here is a 67 Venezuelan League card, which are different from the 67 Topps Venezuelans. This is a Paul Shaw. It's a major leaguer. What the back of the card looks like. On those, we have another 67. This is actually the 67 Topps. Jim Perry. Great picture for the Twins. Love the photo. That's what the back of the card looks like. A lot of these were pasted in albums. Adds to the history of the card. So that's what they did in Venezuela oftentimes. They would put them in the albums. And here's some Sadahara O, Home Run King. It's really cool. Pose of him there. I love how it's from Japan. So I have a couple of those in my collection here. Love how this one shows his batting stance. He's getting ready to uncork one. And one more here. Looks like he just hit one out and is getting ready to jog around the bases. It's really fun. Sadahara O. And then the history behind these, I grabbed one for an example, 1991 Topps Desert Shield. It's really cool. This is John Smiley. I remember him as a kid. This left-handed pitcher. And you can see the shield there. Really cool. If you don't know the story behind the Desert Shield cards, I encourage you to look it up. And next we have the 1929 R316 Cash and Pub. And this is the Howard Emke. I have several of these cards. They are so cool. This one has dual coolness to me because I love on the back of these how you can see how they were printed. They were pressed. You can see the outline of where the ink came through. So cool. And Howard Emke is the inventor of the tarp. I always thought that was really cool. So I wanted to get him represented in the collection. We have a Johnston's Cookies card. Really enjoy any food issue. This is a great photo of Joe Adcock. And if you took my suggestion to read about Harvey Haddix, you'll realize why I picked Joe Adcock to represent this set in the collection. And love the back of these. Really cool. Also really enjoy these oversized Redman cards. Love how you can display these. You get to enjoy the art on the front and also see what I call the back of the card on the front. So you can set them up, enjoy them. They're oversized, so you can see them really nice, displayed in your room. And you can read the front without even touching it. It's great. That's what the back of these look like. These also come with the tab, which comes down a little bit farther. So you can get them with or without the tab. Next card here is a Thorpe's ice cream card. This is George Yule. It's really neat. Save these pictures. One ice cream bar will be given free for each picture of Babe Ruth. Really cool. Piece of history there. A couple more here. W590 Kenneth Williams, great ball player, outfitter for the Cardinals. Just blank backs. And next we have a 1909 T206 Piedmont of George Mullen. Love the artistry here, and a picture of him throwing, and the Detroit D is really clear in this one. And love how you can, if you look closely, it looks like they patched it on. That's so cool. Just really neat cards. And next we have another food issue. This is the 61 Bell brand of Willie Davis. Just love the background. You can see the old car there. It's like a 50s car. Really neat. That's what the back of these look like. The Bell brand. Also really enjoy these Kellogg's cards and how they were distributed. This is the Phil Garner, second baseman for the Pirates. Love so much about this. Love the black and yellow. Love the stash going on there and the old school Pirates hat. Just such a cool looking card. As Tony Tiger would say, they're great. There's another one here. 1922 W575-2 Daryl Pratt. These were hand cut. Daryl Pratt was a great ball player. Encourage you to look him up. These are just blank backs. And going along with the history, I really enjoy this set. A lot of people do not care for this set because these were cheap cards. At the time, they were doing paper drives, and they stopped producing most cards, but these were cheaper stock, but still neat that they put at least something out during that time. So 1943 MP and Company. This is Pete Reeser. I picked him because he has a tie to the Brooklyn Dodgers. Love how the smoke's coming off his bat. Just really cool. The back of the card looks like. And here's another food issue. This is the 67 Cons. Love the colors. You can see Bob Veal, great pitcher, staring in for the sign. Just so cool. You can just set these up and display them around your room, and it's really nice to look at. Just blank backs. A few more here. This one here, just really love the look of this card. I can just sit and stare at this card. It's just so cool. The mountains and the trees. Johnny Smits. Really nice ball player. A Whitey Ford rookie card. You can tell this has a story. It looks like it was pinned up at one time. and ripped off. It's got a crease through the middle. Just so thrilled to have and own a Whitey Ford rookie. Next, I have a 52 Bowman of Yogi Berra. I've always loved the look of this card. And if cards could talk, this card was probably flipped and hit the ground many times. It's probably a coveted card, being Yogi, #1 in the set. And I've often thought about blowing this up and making this into a poster. I just think it's so cool. Wear and all, just really neat. The wear adds something to it. This makes it look really cool. And speaking of cool cards, one of my favorites in my whole collection, just the favorite looking card, is this 52 Smokey Burgess. Get a load of the colors, the catcher's gear. It's absolutely one of my favorite cards. We have some 52 tops here. Love the trees in the background on this Vernon Law. And of course, you can't show a 52 without this Gus Zernial here with the balls on the bat. Kind of explains that on the back of the card, if you want to pause and read it. It's really neat that they threw that into the card design when they made this 52 tops card. Favorite looking cards in the set. And just the design of the 86 tops. This is an 86 tops Tiffany of Don Mattingly. Just love the black and white. So cool. And the font they used for the Yankees. Get a real good look with Don Mattingly and his eye black there. Just fantastic. Love the back of these Tiffany's. Really cool. Love some sweet looking stash cards. It's a great looking stash. It's Raleigh Fingers. Just enjoy looking at this card. And who doesn't love looking at a Don Mossy card? Look at those ears. Just fantastic. And really enjoy these stand-ups. This is of the Maz. These are just blank backs. Really enjoy those cards. Have a couple of them. And a 71 Rick Monday. Love the meaning behind Rick Monday. For those of you that don't know, I encourage you to look up Rick Monday on YouTube and watch him saving the flag from being burned. It's a really cool moment in baseball history. And Rick Monday has another awesome part in MLB history. He was the first ever draft pick in the major leagues. Really cool piece of history there. #1 overall, the first year of the draft. And then here's another one of Rick Monday. Love the 71s. OP cheese here. The backs just look so much cooler. You can tell comparing it to the regular 71 tops. 71 OPG. Just a lot funner, in my opinion. And you get the dual language. I just love when you see so this has French and English on it. Printed in Canada. Really neat. Here's a Reggie Jackson OPG. Love this card of Reggie kneeling with the bats on his shoulder, showing off his guns. Just so cool. And here's another OPG. This is the 1970. Once again with Reggie Jackson. They did him right. Love this pose. The bat really coming at you in this one. And just a few left here. The 53 tops, Al Rosen. This one's just so cool to me because it was Al Rosen's MVP year. He was the MVP in 53, so it's just a really neat card of his, in my opinion. Love the Chief Wahoo. Really cool. 53 Topps. For those of you that don't know, I'm currently working on putting that set together. But speaking of stories, if cards could tell a story, check this card out. Tape marks on the corners. Some kid probably took it down and took it to the ball game when he realized that he could get a shot at having Big Clue sign it. And I just can't imagine the thrill of getting him to autograph a baseball card at the stadium. It'd be so cool. Or wherever he got it. If cards could talk, right? Just so cool. Adds to the story. And speaking of story, if you thought that one could tell a story, I mean, look at this one. Just unreal. Assuming some kid got it autographed. You could tell that this one looked like it was flipped a lot. All the corners are rounded. And all the creases, tape marks. Somebody taped it up. Little staining action going on. This has it all. Creases everywhere. Looks like this road to school in the back pocket of some kid's pants. Just creased all up. Just fantastic. That's what the back of the card looks like. But this card is not this cool without it looking like this. I'll tell you. So cool. And the last 3 cards here. We have a 66 East Hills Roberto Clemente here. Just a great looking card. And I have another one here as well. This one has, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a line right here. And then get another one, third one here. It's really sharp without a line. Oh, the first one had a line on the left side. I don't know if you can see it there really good, but so I got the version with the left line, the right line, and new line. So just really fun cards to have in the collection. Who says the vintage cards don't have different versions, right? So it's really fun. Thrilled to add these to the collection. Just get different versions represented. Well, hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. And if you haven't already checked out Hammer 44, please go do so. Once again, just an awesome video. I do not look forward to putting all these cards away, but just wanted to support Hammer 44. He's a great member of this community. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching and enjoy the hobby.